As enjoyers and enthusiasts of a sport and a hobby, it's often good to take a step back to learn and appreciate how and where it all started. In the early 1970s, a Japanese photographer by the name of Ichiro Nagata, who was also a shooting enthusiast, thought about making model guns that could shoot projectiles that could not kill. Firearms were illegal for citizens, but some people in Japan still wanted to own some kind of firearm or something that resembles one, and decided that using a 6 or 8 millimeter plastic pellet was useful for their purposes. Since the electronics we see today were not yet available, most of the original airsoft guns were spring-powered. Rather than using an electronic trigger, the trigger caused a spring to expand and contract, forcing the pellet out. The purpose was to create a competitive play in a safe way. In addition to these, gas-powered guns were also developed. These so-called soft air guns conformed to the strict Japanese weapons control laws, while also being tailored to the needs of shooting enthusiasts. The reason why these guns were referred to as soft air is because of the compressed freon silicon oil mixture that was used as a propellant gas. This gas was a lot weaker than what was used in air guns at the time, hence the name soft air. Because of this, the muzzle velocity of these guns was much lower compared to air guns. This low velocity and the use of plastic balls instead of lead pellets resulted in guns that wouldn't cause injury when shot at humans. The use of gas instead of spring power made the average airsoft gun shoot significantly further with a higher speed. Later on, the freon silicon oil mixture was replaced by the gas that we now know as green gas, which is a propane silicon oil mixture. Back in the 1970s and 1980s, many people in Asia referred to airsoft as survival games, which we now know as skirmishes or skirms. Asahi Firearms was a model company from Japan who operated in the 1980s and 90s and was one of the early pioneers and manufacturers of the airsoft hobby. The airsoft hobby and the related guns spread to the United Kingdom in the late 1980s and early 1990s via a company by the name of LS. The guns that were sold by this company came in separate pieces and had to be assembled out of the box before they were able to shoot. After gaining a foothold in the UK, they became available in the rest of Europe and also North America, where they rapidly gained popularity. As with a lot of other competition sports, adding electronics to airsoft guns offered a lot of changes in the abilities and performance. In the early 1990s, a manufacturer in Tokyo developed the first automatic electric gun, also known as an AEG, which from then on would set in motion a new era of the development of electric airsoft guns. This company is currently one of the market leaders for airsoft guns and is a company that is known by almost every airsoft player. This is of course Tokyo Marui. Tokyo Marui used their expertise with motors for remote control cars to develop gears that would work inside an airsoft gun. Because of this development, airsoft guns would become a lot faster and more accurate while still remaining safe. This first AEG was a replica of the French FAMAS F1 and has now become world famous and a sought-after object for collectors. The gun introduced the V1 gearbox, which later developed into the V2 gearbox that is still used to this day and is still being expanded on. To be able to fit a gearbox into different shaped guns, more and more versions would be developed in the following years and are still being developed as we speak. This new technology within airsoft increased its popularity and also sparked lots of other developments, such as the hop-up. Curious about what a hop-up is? Watch this video on our channel. Within recent years, gas guns have also seen significant changes, and another system has also entered the market, HPA. These different systems now offer different features that attract different players and have made it so that an airsoft player can pick and choose exactly what they want. Airsoft has come a long way from being a simple way for Japanese teens and adults to play a competitive game. Players have discovered a love for military simulation and strategy, and nowadays carry realistic looking replicas that are designed with accuracy and usefulness in mind, and without the intention of harming another person. What was your first experience with airsoft? How did you come to know about this hobby and what got you into it? Tell us about it in the comments. We would love to hear your story. If you've become interested in airsoft, take a look at our website where we offer everything you need to play. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next time.